This episode is brought to you by Cash Now Homes. You're looking to sell your home quick for cash? Is your home destroyed? You want to avoid commissions? Visit our website at www.cashnowhomes.com.
Welcome to the Three Amigos podcast. As of from last episode, we had personas. We decided that we are going to go against that. Going forward, you'll hear us pronounce our regular names. There's me, Mark, Scott, and Albert. The reason being is that we just wanted to be natural and let you guys get to learn and see who we are personally and just grow with us as we grow with the podcast. Our first topic.
Yeah, we're going to start with fantasy football. Last week.
Let's talk about the match that you guys had together.
Yeah,
since that was a big focal point during our last podcast. So who won? Let's start there.
Really? We're going to bring that up?
Right now, unfortunately, Albert, yes, we're going to bring that up. This would be the first topic.
All right. So Scott won, buddy.
Scott, I'm RC, or was RC, and who beat the agent, who is Albert. And it was 177 to 168.
You cheated.
Yeah, I did cheat. I put in extra kickers like we mentioned last week.
That's my thing, guys.
Yeah. So it worked out. I ended up doing very well. Plugging in that Cincinnati defense last week on week 8 was actually beneficial, and it helped with the win. And he had some players that didn't perform, which...
Did you do anything different from what you talked about during the last podcast? Did you pick up a player? Did you swap somebody out? What did you do? Did you do anything different from what you discussed last time? Either one of you.
I did. I believe I picked up Mac. He did it good. My freaking coach has been out, so I dropped Ridley. And somebody picked him up that wasn't supposed to.
Yeah. So that, it worked out that basically some of his players didn't do well. I had Mike Evans, who ended up going off very well, which was with, he had Fitzmagic that came in after Winston was pulled after throwing 4 interceptions. So once that happened, that basically helped me. Mike Evans did very well, which he wasn't doing that great without Fitzpatrick in there. And then I have some other players who weren't doing great, but for the most part, I ended up pulling off with a win. With the win, it did take Albert down from second place.
From first to second.
From first to second, yeah.
So. Down, and I don't appreciate that. You understand that, right?
Yes.
Yeah, no, my players did good. I mean, it's just Scott got the best of me.
Yep.
This past, sure won't happen again, but just, he got lucky.
And you're right, because I don't think we play each other again.
No.
But, until the end, at all, and maybe until the playoffs or something.
Yeah.
Hey, Mark, playoffs. What did you do? Did you win?
Last week?
Yeah.
I did win last week.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. I actually secured I didn't secure one yet, but I got into 6th place, so I jumped 2 spots.
Nice.
If everything shakes out this week, even though I'm going to lose, other people are losing at the same time to where I'm still in 6th place.
Silent assassin, this guy. Sneaking up.
Just got to play the waiver wire, man.
Coming up.
It's true, you do. But yeah, it all worked out pretty well, and the win was great. It pushed me up in points a little bit. I'm still trailing Albert's tail, but right now that basically with the
win,
with this week it's looking like I'm gonna win again. So it's gonna be pretty close as far as first, and he'll probably still be in second place, but point wise, I'll be close.
Yeah.
So we still have Troy in 1st place, which is whatever. Let him keep talking.
Yeah.
Let him keep talking.
Troy,
as long as Mikey makes it in the playoffs, Troy's not going anywhere. So that's good. We'll probably bring up fantasy football again in our next. Just kind of touch on it, see if we did any moves or whatever. Trade deadline's coming soon. for fantasy football, so we'll see how that kind of happens.
Wow.
Any trades that you felt this week in the NFL that were warrant enough to talk about?
Yeah, I think as we talked about it before we started, but we're talking about the Demarius Thomas was a decent one, and Golden Tate.
Yeah,
at least fantasy wise.
I think Golden Tate, that trade itself, I think it's gonna do the Eagles really good near the end. Like, it kind of sucks fantasy wise because he's on another bye week, so there's no production. But going near the end, I think the quarterback is slightly better than where he was. So, I think Golden Tate would be a big pickup if someone doesn't have, or maybe a good trade to sneak in at the very last minute if you're looking to do that.
Very true.
Or if you're an Eagles fan.
Or, yeah, if you're an Eagles fan. Which, if you're an Eagles fan, you're not my friend.
The only problem I think with the fact of getting Golden Tate over there is they kind of already had a lot of talent in the wide receiver range. I mean, maybe they weren't producing, Aguilar and whoever else was there, but I just think that putting in another receiver, helps with the depth and if they're going to go far, but they're not doing as well as they did last year.
Mm-hmm.
To where, they're going to maybe get a wild card or hopefully squeeze in there. But my thing is, I guess they're just looking obviously long term to try to playoff run. But I just don't know. I think they had a decent squad to begin with. That obviously I'm not a coach or know much shit, but
no, our opinions are our opinions.
Exactly.
Let everybody voice their own opinions.
Yes.
By the way, hit us up on Facebook, the Three Amigos Podcast, so you can actually give us your opinion, so then we can rebut it.
Yes, please do talk shit.
So we can rebut it.
Rebut it. Rebuttal it. Rebut.
Very nice.
Okay. So, did you guys do your homework?
What? We have homework, bro?
No.
So last week, as Mark was probably going to bring up the fact that we were talking movies. We were talking about Total Recall because Mark obviously watches it every week. That apparently comes on TV. When I searched it,
I go to bed to it.
He's got cable.
Yeah, when I searched it on my cable, there was no Total Recall.
Yeah,
so I have no fucking clue where he saw Total Recall coming on. He just caught it and shit.
It comes on, like the original comes on.
Yeah, no, not even close.
It does.
So I don't know where the fuck he came up with that, where it was just on and he was watching it, because I think he searched the shit out somehow or bought the DVDs or some shit, and he was watching it. But
DVD. Do they still make DVDs, bro?
They do.
I know they do. Yeah, they do.
Over at Wally World, they're like $3.50 now.
Oh, yeah, they got a bin.
They have a bin for like $3.50 for DVDs. I'm sure Total Recall from 1990 was fucking in there.
And the new one.
All right, so you got like this
package sale.
This notepad of notes that you
Yes.
came up with. So
Yes.
we're all in agreement that the premise,
Okay.
right? What were you gonna say? Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I mean, the premise. Yeah, the premise. So
The premise ideally is the same.
So then, what is it that you were talking that it wasn't the same?
The premise, maybe the plot. The plot is the same. Like,
Yeah,
it's
it is.
like, let's say the unfortunate or whatever.
And this is me. I didn't even watch the movies recently.
No, you didn't do your
Yeah, he
fucking
didn't do his
homework.
homework.
No, you didn't.
And I at least got an 80% on the homework because I watched all the old one and about 50% of the new one.
You couldn't even tolerate the new one enough to watch the rest of it.
And
Well,
guess what, Mark?
You can blame whoever you want to blame.
That's probably I didn't want to
You
circle
couldn't
back to it,
tolerate
honestly. I figured I had enough.
Hey, Scott, and do you believe it's the same one? It's the same one.
Mark's argument last week was that it was not.
The same.
It's
the
not the
same.
same. It's still not the same.
To me,
Nah, I'm
it's
gonna
a-
hold my opinion regardless.
That's true.
But you can't prove. But you don't have anything to prove it.
Well, no. So it is different in its own way, right? So the older one went to an extraterrestrial planet, right? And there was a different subplot to it of them freeing that planet, right? Which is kind of the same premise as an elevator going from the UK to Sri Lanka or some shit. It's not Sri Lanka, but it's like
So okay, maybe I didn't get to that part in the new one. but yeah, I saw that they were
So
in
I'm
some
having
fucking.
an argument with myself here.
They were in an elevator that fucking flipped upside down,
Right?
And in the couple.
and then they went
those couple
somewhere
seconds
else.
where they would like all fall asleep with the robots.
You can
fucking
put
guy.
whatever vampire you want to put in a movie, right? And the
Oh.
shit's still gonna suck.
Oh, you're
Like,
talking about Beckinsale?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like that movie is just awful. Like I can't fathom how much.
I didn't
or how
know.
awful
Okay,
that
so
movie was.
let's first start with the 1991, the OG one.
Okay.
So I did research because no one else really did. It got 7.5 stars out of 10, which not bad.
It's a cult classic movie.
It is.
I think it is. It's a cult classic movie.
It is. That's not the argument.
It
It
did.
is not, no.
Did 65 million in gross for the U.S.
Really?
Wow, dude, you like went Google.
It did.
Oh,
It did
that's
$5,000.
That's not what the homework was.
It did $5,000 on its opening weekend, which is horrible.
No,
Like how many theaters was that in? Like fucking 3?
Maybe.
$5,000?
Yeah, $5,788.
Well, you got to figure too. Ticket prices were like what, $3?
$3. That is probably the whole nation.
You're talking about 1989, right? Or
No,
some shit?
1990.
1990. I was
Which
close.
I thought that shit was in the 80s. Because, I mean, based on the shit, I mean, I guess it was Knock on the Door. They were making it in the 80s, and it probably came out in the 90s, whatever.
So I ended up buying it, and I started
See,
watching.
fucking does have it.
Yeah.
No, well, as of now, I do. As of
Right.
us doing our homework, yes, I do. I own it.
So basically, Scott, whatever movie you want to see, just let's put it as a homework so you can buy
And then
it.
you can buy it so we can watch it.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, shit. No, well, I'll go buy it. Don't get me wrong. I tried to get it for free first, but
You can. But
yeah,
Yeah.
no, I got frustrated and I gave up. That's ends up being most of what I end up doing.
right.
If it doesn't work out right away, I'll fucking done.
Say fuck it. Right.
But so I did a little bit more, and the graphics in this original were the first of its time in 1990. I was going through some
Oh,
of the
really?
extras, and yeah, there was a sound FX company. They were wondering why they got selected because the company that was actually making the movie had their own FX department, like they had their own special visual effects and everything like that.
They didn't use them?
No, they didn't. They didn't have enough room to build Mars, essentially.
Really?
Yeah, because everything we see on Mars, visually, like they expand and show the I don't know if you want to call it desertscape or whatever, like the landscape of everything, it's all micro. Like they built it on a table.
Okay.
So it's like models kind
Yeah,
of.
exactly. First of its kind when the movie came out.
Really?
Yeah.
Which you can tell, like when I watched it again, obviously the acting was shit. Sharon Stone was hot,
Yep.
and that airport scene was pretty awesome where he was in that fat suit as a chick and
Oh,
takes the
yeah.
mask
So-
off.
Yeah.
Did you get that far in the second movie?
No, I didn't
You
get that
didn't?
far.
So in the second movie, they
Yeah.
have a digital projector
Yeah,
over his face, right?
Oh, nice.
That's right.
Complete garbage. Like I would read, like they tried to play it out exactly the same, but with Colin Farrell being like an Asian guy.
Yeah.
And it just
Yeah.
it didn't have the same effect to me. Like in the original, it's like 2 weeks,
Oh, yeah.
2 weeks, and like it starts to like have a
Yeah.
meltdown. Like you
Uh-huh.
could, it had a computer glitch or something. You just see like AI not working. Thanks for playing footsies with me.
You're welcome.
But in the new one, like the digital, like I don't see a digital thing having that effect. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a neck collar, right? But it was all digital across his face and head in the new one. Where I would think if they're gonna go that route, you have more control of what digitally is being displayed. So if I'm gonna say 2 weeks, like I can say the next sentence to something.
Oh, okay.
Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I get it.
More facts. It did 141 million.
And Mark didn't even do his homework.
Right. He didn't. He watches it on a loop at home. Apparently,
exactly.
it ended up doing
It's
100.
playing in the background right now.
It is. It ended up doing 141 million worldwide, which actually doubled what it cost to make, which was 65 million.
Oh, okay.
That's
But-
the original.
Yeah, it's the original.
Okay.
So it doubled. It did more than double.
So the remake lost money.
No, it didn't.
Oh
It
shit!
didn't.
What?
I have more facts there.
Oh,
But that's when we. Yeah.
I'm
So
jumping the gun.
my other notes was 3 boobs were awesome. in the original?
Okay, so there was a thing where before you showed up tonight,
Yeah.
me and Albert were talking about was the 3 boobs in both of them, and I can't remember either one. So it was in both of them.
Yeah.
Damn it!
It wasn't both of them. The only difference is in the.
I think that's the main thing here is
the 3 boobs. That's the only one.
no, because that's what we dwelled on in the last podcast was 3 boobs and a midget that was a different color.
Okay.
Which she's not red, by the way. She's not. She was like regular white, whatever.
In the new one or the old one?
The old one.
The old one, she was a white one. Or a white one. She was a yeah.
What other color is she gonna be?
Okay. She was not a Martian. She was a human.
Yeah.
Small person.
Well, in the other one, there were no Martians. It was mutants. The Martian thing was the technology at the end where they were trying to save each other.
Gotcha.
Or save the oxygen.
Right.
Yeah.
My other notes: 3 boobs, awesome. Little midget kicks ass. Little person, whatever they want to be called. But that was awesome. That was my only other note on the original one. And then 2012, the acting was better.
You think the acting was better?
That the acting was better. But my thing is with Arnold doing his lines.
Yeah. No, not only that.
It sounds so
no matter what,
robotic.
When you go back,
That's
to
Arnold.
So
that is
Arnold. So
I know.
Not
but it's the same
that's
thing.
why he's a
You go
fucking
back-
Terminator.
You go back to the 50s. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's even worse.
Oh my God!
Because
Where's
it's
this
older.
guy going?
Our next homework
the older,
needs to be this documentary that Arnold Schwarzenegger did when he was in the 70s and he was a pro bodybuilder.
Oh, nice.
Oh my God! There are like pieces of it.
Is it? Hold on. I know what you're talking about. It's in black and white, isn't it?
No, it's not. It's not.
No,
that.
I think it is.
No, it's not. I mean, there might be like pieces of it in black and
telling
white.
you.
No, there's this documentary where he's talking about
in the documentary
Is it when he was?
of Arnold Schwarzenegger and
in the 70s.
it's about him and his bodybuilding and his regimen and all this stuff. And I'm not athletic. I don't claim to be athletic, but I wanted to watch it because I am an Arnold Schwarzenegger fan. I like his personality in general is just likable. So I ended up starting to watch this documentary about him. And halfway through it, or maybe even like a quarter way through it, he starts talking about like the high he gets from working out.
Oh, yeah.
And he's all like, you're out there and you're having sex and you're in that physical moment where you're about to climax. He doesn't say climax, but when he gets to that point, and he's like, that's what working out. When I'm about to work out and I'm right there, it feels like an utter bliss of.
Damn.
We all need to watch it. You guys.
But they said that he used to work out until he threw up.
No, I believe it.
No,
I
I
look at
believe
him.
beyond that.
Yeah.
Like, no, especially after watching that documentary.
You're gonna do it. He would go. He's like, I'd go all the way until I freaking threw up.
What's the documentary
Working
called?
out. Like,
Dude, I'm trying to look it up.
I think it's like Mr. Universe or something.
It's an old.
Yeah, it is. It's old. It's back when before he was acting. He was
Yeah.
talking about how
I've seen bits of it.
it's talking about how basically how he became, what he is because he was an awesome, specimen of a bodybuilder dude that basically once he learned, did all that, then they caught on and wanted to make him an actor. Or, obviously I don't know his backstory and his life and shit, but yeah, basically it was awesome.
The way you just described that is hilarious. And it's awesome. I
It
think.
was
I don't know.
it was
I haven't seen
multitasking, trying to figure out the name of the shit.
it. Mr. Olympia. That's the name of the
That's
documentary.
didn't I say that?
No, you didn't say that.
But that's basically what he won.
He's in Mr. Universe.
Yeah. No, well,
That's what he
that's
said.
what
That's
Mr.
what he
Universe
said.
was before it was Mr. Universe.
Yeah. So that's what I think what he won. It's basically a documentary. It has Lou Ferrigno in it. And it basically talks about how
So you've seen it.
No, I've seen parts of it. I know about it. I've never seen the whole thing.
Oh,
I've
we
never
need
seen the
to.
whole
We
thing
all
either.
need to watch
I've
it.
seen parts of it.
No, we all need to watch. That'd be next week's homework, so we can talk.
Okay. I'm down to watch that.
Yeah, no, I don't want to hear anything from you because you're not gonna fucking do it.
What are you talking about?
Not you.
I
You're talking
know-
about this guy.
Yeah.
I'm talking about fucking.
Well, with the homework we need to do. All right, so next
I'm
week.
talking about show up and fucking then watch the movie.
Next week when you guys show up, I'm gonna tell Albert one time, and then I'm gonna tell Scott the other time, and then I'm gonna be like, "You show up whenever you want to, Scott, but Albert, you need to be here by 3 o'clock."
So he can watch his shit.
You can watch the homework.
Well, now you guys know I'm gonna fucking buy it.
That's probably true. So we'll be here.
It's funny. Is that on Netflix?
It might be.
I think that's where I actually saw it.
It might
It was
be.
on Netflix.
On Netflix? Yeah, I think that's where hey, did you guys finish watching Making a Murderer 2?
I did.
I did
I
too.
haven't seen it. I haven't finished watching it. It just
No, we
seems
can't. We
We
can't
talk about
it
till you
until
finish
you
it.
finish it.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I'm gonna finish it.
You
What
do.
the
You do.
Yeah.
The last couple episodes, you definitely want to
Really?
finish it.
Just cancel
Yeah.
your next fucking 3 house showings and just fucking watch it.
Dude, just stay up late. 3
Yeah.
hours. You're not
No,
gonna. How
and it was
far are you
fun.
in it already?
I'm like the 6th or 7th episode.
That's pretty good. You're almost done.
Yeah, you're almost done. Just
Almost
finish it, dude. The last few episodes, you'd be like fucking rage quitting everything.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I think. Okay, I gotta watch it then.
Yeah, we'll talk about that once you finish it so we can talk all the shit about.
We'll make sure when we actually do talk about it, we don't do spoilers because it's still fairly new.
Very true. Yeah,
Oh,
we'll
yeah.
say, spoiler alert, don't listen if you haven't watched it kind of shit.
Yeah, skip.
Because I hate that shit as myself when I hear stuff, people talk about it, and it's like, don't ruin it for me.
Alright, so I guess we'll talk about that on the next episode.
Let's circle back to my facts. Back to 2012, the Total Recall, the new reboot, which, granted,
Or I get to the facts.
circling back to 2012 is hilarious enough to say because this shit is so old, but it was a homework assignment, so I did some shit to it. It made 125 million worldwide. Oh no, I'm sorry, it cost 125 million to make.
Oh, okay.
It made 25 million in its opening weekend, and then it made 198 worldwide. So the first one did better. I guess they weren't really feeling Colin Farrell that much, but it still did better. It broke more than even.
I think he was awful in it.
I like him, so I don't. I mean,
No,
I,
I
don't,
like him as like he was great in Alexandria. Like, have you heard?
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, like he was great in that movie. And
Yeah.
he has other
He's
really
good
good movies,
Yeah,
but
he's good.
Yeah, I think
I
because
can't. I think that was just a bad choice for him.
No, I think it's because you like the first one.
Yeah, maybe I'm biased.
Yeah,
I might be biased.
And that's true. I mean, well, that happens with most remakes.
Yep.
Which is crazy that they make so many fucking remakes.
I know.
Right.
That Hollywood has no fucking.
Why can Hollywood not be original
Yes,
anymore?
exactly. There's no. Yeah. It's either that or they get.
Where was the drive?
The
Where was the drive to be like, you know what?
Let's
Make
make it
Total Recall.
Oh.
It was such a gangbuster back when.
And that's
Add someone else to try to do it.
and that's funny because I was thinking about that when I watched it. Like, what would make them want to do that? Granted, this was 22 years later, right? So
Mhm.
1990 to 2012, 22 years later.
Dude, you could spawn in a grown adult.
That's why.
Between
That's why
the
I think
time.
they do it.
Oh,
It's
okay.
a new audience. No one
Holy
knows about
shit,
the old
dude.
one.
Fucking segment, mine.
Yeah,
But I guess
Nobody-
for us, it just seems like the old one is still like not brand new, but still like because I guess because you said we do know it. It's,
Yeah.
if
So
you don't,
that's why, like, when you talk to
Generational thing. So they're trying to appeal to a fucking
a new
millennial.
audience,
Don't even fucking call me a millennial either.
Milano?
Mulatto.
Mulatto?
Yeah.
Gelato? What?
Gelato?
Coffee?
Don't
What?
call me a gelato, Albert.
Yeah, I'm tired of this. I'm not even going to take your racial slurs anymore.
I think he's talking in the third person. The other thing I noticed in my notes, circling back, the Walter White. I didn't know that he was the bad guy. I mean, I knew once I watched it the first time.
Oh yeah, that's right. He was
That-
the main guy.
that he was-
That's what made me so
Yeah.
interested in actually watching because, Breaking Bad was so popular.
Yeah.
It just had, recently ended, kind of. Or maybe it was, on his stride to end, and then all of a sudden he's, doing all these different movies.
Yeah, he is.
I was like, oh my god,
Yeah,
I'm going to watch
I
because
would-
Bryan Cranston knows how to do his shit. He's a really good actor. You see this
I
movie and
you
you're
didn't
like,
like that part either. No.
I know, I thought Bryan Cranston was good, but he wasn't as good as the original.
He's
There
always
was-
good. Oh, you mean you thought the original
see,
Cohagen?
See, there you go.
Yeah.
The original Cohagen was better than Bryan Cranston. That's
Yeah,
kind of
Cohagen, that character in general, is awful.
yeah,
Regardless
that's
of
true.
each
Because the
movie.
first one was shit too, but I get it. Yeah,
But I think
To me, but-
I think you're being biased.
I guess I have too.
maybe
I have too much. I have too much of a liking to Bryan Cranston to basically say that.
not good.
But,
No,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? But yeah, that's
Yeah.
my own.
No,
that's
Bryan
my bias.
Cranston was a great actor. He did
Right.
what he needed. He portrayed what he needed to portray in the movie. But I just don't think that he should have took this role.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. But yeah, I had no clue that he was in that. I mean, unless from the first time I saw it, even then I probably was watching it the first time before I was watching Breaking Bad.
Yeah. Do you guys remember the movie War Games?
I do.
Yes.
Matthew Broderick?
Yep.
Yeah. Yes, I do.
It's been a while since I've seen it.
Yeah, me too. Oh, a long while.
He's basically fucking playing Atari on a big screen.
Yeah,
basically is what it is at the time in the 80s.
He prompts a computer to like destroy the world.
Yeah.
I feel like Bryan Cranston could play the computer for War Games. I think they're going to remake War Games soon too.
Of course they will.
Yeah.
Like I said, that's their whole fucking mentality is remake everything every 25, 30 years, get a new audience to watch the shit again.
With the new actors. Upcoming actors.
It's the newer actors to do it because everyone knows them. Yeah. That's what it is. It's Hollywood's fucking puppet show. Yeah.
So the next one will be...
That was a light bulb that just came on. I was like, oh yeah.
Hollywood's puppet show. Ding. Ding. Oh, we should have had like your little sound pack from your phone. Ding.
Ding. Yeah. Text message.
Shit comes through way too clear.
But yeah, no, that was I mean, watching half of the new one and all of the original. Yeah, for the most part, I mean, it's circling back to the new one, they did have 3 boobs in the original or the newer one.
See, now I have to watch the new one again because
So
I need to confirm that for myself. Like, I don't remember 3 boobs.
The problem with the new,
I watched both of them.
The problem with the 3 boobs in the new one was it was on Earth, which I'm guessing maybe, like you were saying, maybe the whole thing was on Earth.
It was.
Versus being on Mars, because on the first one, Mars, the 3 boobs are on Mars, but this one is when he got when the thing flipped on their little train ride.
We're gonna have to touch on this again the next episode, because the whole 3 boobs thing, like, I want to figure out how she got 3 boobs. So she just went.
No, yeah, that's her thing. I don't know. I mean, I've heard that is a thing.
It was the lady in Total Recall, wasn't it? It was like one of the. So there was fucking Jackie Chan with blonde hair, right? In Total Recall in the second one, was it his secretary?
No.
Who the fuck was it?
It was just some Asian chick
I need to fucking watch it again.
She was an Asian chick. Yeah, she was in the city. She was just like some chick. Hey, you want to see me go through? Yeah, basically. Yeah, it wasn't like anything. It wasn't much.
No,
well,
he went to a specific.
He got to Mars.
For a specific reason.
Yeah,
that made more sense because he was there and she was basically like, I don't know if she was a hooker or whatever, but
so in the second one it was more nostalgia.
It was
they were like
exactly like, oh yeah, boom, 3 boobs. I don't know if she came back again like she did in the first one.
Yeah,
because the first one you saw him. And then
you see him again. I cannot believe the in-depth conversation we're having on 3 boobs in a movie.
I'm sure everyone's had this when it came out in fucking 2012.
Oh my god, I'm sure there
or
were
in 1990.
Groups of friends. They're all like, "Dude, did you see the Total Recall movie? Oh my god,
the 3 boobs.
3 boobs. There were 3 of them."
In both fucking movies, said, "Hey, you wish you had 3 hands, so you can hold all 3."
Yeah.
So that's
that's another thing that the other movie is missing is the taxi cab driver. Like I think personally he was a key role in the original.
Yeah, he was because
he took Quaid where he needed to go.
Spoiler alert: he was the bad guy.
He was
in the 1990 one.
You haven't seen that. You haven't seen that.
And it was 28 years.
The movie
28 years ago.
Over 20 years old.
You haven't seen it. Spoiler alert after 10 years. Yeah.
We're appealing to the wrong people. If
that's true. Not to mention
talking about a movie that's 20 years old. Haven't seen.
Not to mention, if you were like, I don't know, in your 30s in 1990, you're probably not listening to the podcast anyways.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, I mean, but yeah, spoiler alert for those guys.
All right, so moving on a little bit, because I mean, we can talk about 3 boobs all night long.
Of course we can.
Moving on a little bit. How was your guys' Halloween? What did you guys do?
Me, nothing. Stayed home, get candy.
Okay.
I took my son to his friend's house. He went out with his friends already, so it was just me.
Did you dress in anything? What did you dress as?
A gangster.
Gangster.
Like an old school, like 50s.
Oh, okay.
Oh, like a mafia one. Oh,
good.
I would have thought he went like a cholo.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Why would you guys say that?
I don't know. Albert, you tell me.
What set you claiming? You gotta throw up your hood. You gotta throw up your hood.
With the teardrop teardrop and the Vida Loca.
Did he
dog.
have that too? That would have been the best costume. I'd give him extra candy if he was doing old school gangster.
I'm like, you
Buddy
can
had
take a
teardrop.
handful, bro.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, because you're gonna take it anyways or egg my house.
yeah, when I see you in jail, I know.
Yeah.
Oh no.
But yeah, write that down. Next year, do the old school gangster,
Cholo?
but do mix in some new gangster shit too.
Yeah.
So you have the teardrop and you have like the 3-piece suit, whatever they wore, the Tommy guns.
Oh, okay, mix it up.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
yeah.
Yeah.
That would kinda
Classy cholo.
Classy. Not classic? Classy.
It's a cholo fucking parole hearing. Basically what it is.
I'm sorry, we cannot allow your parole.
We can't. I'm sorry. Your 1950s fucking gangster getup doesn't help your real
Just
gangster.
missing a Tommy gun, and this just doesn't
It
go
doesn't
with
work.
jail vibe of parole.
We can't let you out.
What about you?
We
what
think
about
you're
you, Scott?
faking. Yeah, no, we went trick or treating. The whole kid gang. One kid was a skeleton costume. The other kid was a vampire princess.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was she made the whole thing. The other kid he wore a shirt that said bread, and he has red hair, so he was gingerbread. But that was those were our kids.
He doesn't seem like the person
and
to
he-
have that kind of dry humor. Was he the one that made like? Did he
That was
think
his
of that?
idea. Yeah, that
Are
was his
you?
idea. Yeah, that was his idea.
Doesn't seem-
Yeah.
It doesn't seem.
And then our oldest was at work, so that's all 4 of our kids.
Jesus, man.
Yeah,
Are you
I know.
Mormon?
Did you dress up?
I live in Mormonville, so yeah.
Did you dress up?
Yeah, I did. I dressed up as a
I dressed up as dad.
As a dad.
Yeah. That's a popular costume this
It
year.
is.
Dad. I took my kids to. One was dressed as a unicorn, which kind of talked about on the last.
We
thing.
did. We
Yeah,
talked
it was
about
one
the
of the
top.
popular ones. I actually saw like 4 unicorns, which was
Really?
unfathomable because unicorns are supposed to be majestic and not really seen that often.
Did you
I
bring
saw
your
4.
Did you bring your bow?
No,
That'd
I,
have been
didn't bring
fucking
a-
awesome.
I was trying to bring a butterfly net, but nobody was really having it. They were like, "Why are you doing that?" They didn't get it.
That's funny.
And then my youngest, my oldest didn't. She decided to hand out candy. She wore a shirt that says "I'm a llama," which is
Nice.
kind of funny. And I tried to tell her like, "Why don't you tell everybody your name is Tina?" But she wasn't.
Oh, she didn't get it?
She didn't really get it. So my youngest though was Albert's not gonna get this, but he was Gecko from PJ Masks.
Oh
which-
yeah.
So he is like running around everywhere trying to collect candy. He's almost 3, so he's like now just getting the trick or treat thing, and it's like he goes to say it, but then he's like trying to do his manners too. So he's like, "Thank you, bye," and then fuck off, let me go to the next house. Like he's running around the whole damn neighborhood trying to keep up with them.
Very true. Very true. So you're only 1 kid away from being a fucking Mormon
Yeah, but
family
I
like
mean,
me, man.
I can't do kids anymore, so
Not that I'm Mormon, just public service announcement. As you can tell with my vernacular.
you only live next to the Mormon church.
Yeah, no, I do. I pray to it every day. The other thing too, when I was trick or treating,
Okay.
well, I wasn't, you know what I mean. I was being the dad, but I felt bad. I had a
Are you
bad
sure you
moment.
didn't go up to the house and ring the doorbell and ask for candy?
It did not.
don't
But I
believe
was walking around with the kids,
Yeah.
and smoking a cigar. So I felt kind of bad because there was a lot of kids in the neighborhood. So I felt like I kept kind of like staying at like other sides of the street.
Yeah.
I was trying to like because my
yeah.
smoke
Distant.
cloud.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that was I felt kind of shitty about that. But
So then I guess giving out candy while I was smoking was should have done that.
yeah, man, I might not have worked
That's
either.
what were you smoking?
Just fucking blowing it out their faces.
Okay, my
Take
bad.
it and run.
My bad. I won't do it again.
This guy. That's too funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was good. They got a lot of candy and it was fun. And we had to go to a different neighborhood because our neighborhood is still being built where we live. And
houses.
yeah, there wasn't that many. There's still.
So you didn't
there's
go to
some.
another neighborhood?
We did go to. We didn't stay in
Oh.
ours. We went to a different one.
Like we went to our old neighborhood.
There you go. Nice. You did? Oh no, I didn't go to my old neighborhood. I went to Troy's neighborhood.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Oh, okay.
He's like deep in the neighborhood though. Like he's not even like on the like from my place or Albert's place. Like we can hit a main road and a couple turns. Like Troy is like
Inside.
Yeah, like he's
he's deep. So yeah, like the good thing about it is
That's good. That's a lot of house. Yeah.
Exactly. So you just walk out and then you just go back and then you're pretty good by the time you hit. Like the little one gets tired quick, so we hit like 3 streets and I went back.
Any full size candy bars?
One house.
One house. Oh, dude, my whole neighborhood, man.
Wow.
Dude, my oldest, she walked away with like 4, 5, 6. It was quite a few big full size.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Especially because people are getting lazier now. They're just buying the bags, but full size candy bars. That's nuts.
That's what I'm saying. You can buy a bag, 2 bags. It's got all the candy in the and buying full size candies.
That's crazy. That's Costco for sure. You know what I mean? That's the only way. Like, you're not gonna go to fucking Circle K and just buy like 2 for $3.50 or whatever the fuck it is.
Target or anything. You're not gonna.
No way.
I don't know.
You gotta buy that shit in bulk.
Yeah. Costco or Sam's Club, guys.
Yeah, exactly.
So how was Mexico? I mean Yuma.
It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah. My daughter's birthday party.
This was their quinceañera?
No, my daughter.
Whatever the 21 is, right?
Yeah,
21.
21. Yeah.
Remember, I asked last week what it was, what they called it.
Yeah.
But obviously it's nothing because they told me nothing.
It's nothing. Yeah, it's just a big
21.
birthday. Just be a big birthday.
Yeah, you can drink now.
Yeah.
Stop spoiling your kids.
Yeah.
Did you drink her there? You have a shot?
Yeah.
Nice.
What'd you drink?
Okay.
What would you guys have together?
Orange juice, apple juice, and cranberry.
So you just had juices?
So she doesn't drink.
That's good. That's good.
Okay.
What about you guys? What did you guys do this past weekend?
I'll let Mark take this one. Go ahead, Mark.
I actually went to my first Phoenix Rising game, which was that was unique. I've never been to like a soccer or football game at all. And being there, they're in their playoffs. They're trying to win an MLS spot. Like there's just a lot of hype right now with them.
So is that field for MLS?
Yeah. Well, no, I mean that. No, I think no. Yeah, if they get their MLS spot like that, so they're trying to build on the site where they're at right now. But if they can't get that, they have another location plotted out.
It's in Scottsdale, right?
I think so.
That's where I heard. I don't know.
No, but that area, like if they can get their MLS spot and they can build on that area,
enough area.
Like that is prime real estate. Like it's centrally located everywhere.
Yeah.
It is beyond. So, but I got to tell you guys a little bit about our trip to get there. So I went with a few friends from work.
Oh, okay.
And
well, I wasn't with your kids.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. But I'll post some pictures on our Facebook page so you guys can see a little bit about where I was and some of the field or whatever. But so we're there. We're on our way there, I should say. We take an Uber down together. We grouped it together. We stop. We end up getting near the stadium because there's just a line to get into the parking area for the stadium. So we're like, just stop on the side. Let's just get out. So we get out of the Uber, get to a corner. We see all these little bikes that you can like rent for $1.
Oh yeah, scooters.
Yeah, little scooters.
Yeah.
So at first we're like, let's take them. We'll take them. And the thing is, like where we were and where the stadium is, there's this giant field of dirt. Like it's just all dirt. We're like, let's do it. And then all of a sudden, last minute, we decided, all right, we're not going to do it. We didn't do it, but it would have been fucking hilarious.
Why didn't you do it?
Two of us needed to download the app, and then the light turned to where like you needed to walk, and we're like, just fuck it, let's go. We'll walk.
Okay.
So we walk. Come to find out, we walk in, right? And it's dollar beer night.
Oh.
But Bud Light's $1. So next thing you know, me and a couple people, we were sitting there. You could buy 4 at a time for dollar beer night.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because normally they say, hey, you have to have another
Well, they're
person
just
with you.
they're the 12-ounce cans, right? So
Yeah,
four
but
beers.
still, like if you had spring training, they always like, yeah, where's your other person?
Yeah.
They're always like
No,
on
it's
you.
4 per person.
That's pretty awesome.
So
Well, you are
at one point, at one point we had 6 per.
Really?
Yeah, it was.
I'm surprised
It
it
was
wasn't.
ridiculous. I'll post a picture, but it was just like
Damn.
beers lined up on the thing where we were. It was hilarious. But no, it felt like you can go to a Phoenix Suns game, you can go to an Arizona Cardinals game, and they're like on top of their shit. Like, you know, like a couple years ago when they were in their prime, a little bit, kind of.
Wait,
Kinda.
who?
Or even like when Phoenix Suns were an actual team, you know, a playoff contender, like you couldn't tell the difference. You're sitting there and like the Phoenix Rising scores, the place erupts. They're like they have like this fan base too, where like if they score, they like put these like flares out, and they just smoke the whole place out with these flares. It's ridiculous.
Dang.
Like it was an extremely good time. Like I really hope that Phoenix Rising does whatever they need to do so we can get an MLS team, because that
Yeah.
I would constantly go to that. I would be a season ticket holder because that was just entertaining. And a lot of people can't like dig soccer with like just watching it on TV. Especially we just had the World Cup, right?
Yeah.
On TV, everybody's watching it on TV or whatever, and teams aren't scoring or whatever. It's different when you're in person. It's completely different. Almost like a baseball game. Like people can't people don't really get into like baseball when it's on TV. It's just too boring to watch.
Slow
Yeah.
game. It's a slow
But
game.
when you go there, you go to a baseball field or a stadium or whatever, and
It's
you're
the
sitting
atmosphere.
there. Yeah, it's the atmosphere. Yeah, I think exactly.
Well, that and the dollar beers helped.
Oh,
I think you had a blast just because.
Having $2 a day with that.
Yeah.
What?
Fuck that. And that's
No,
what's gonna
I'm
happen.
not- I'm not
I bet
that
you that's
big
what
of a
happens though once it comes to MLS
Where I
team.
grew up, alcoholism
probably
is a
cheaper.
second job. So
So I'm putting it in overtime, bro.
Yeah. That's funny. But yeah, no, I've been to one game. I went to one MLS game in Orlando
okay.
when I was there in Florida one time, and that game was actually pretty awesome. I don't even remember who was playing. I think it was a New England team against Orlando,
Okay.
whatever they're called. But the Orlando team was sponsored by Disney, obviously, because Orlando has Disney World, and they have so many. Like they have the smoke and they have like the atmosphere is so awesome that it's a good fun time to be there, and it was good. They didn't have dollar beer night, but it was good when we went.
I couldn't even imagine it. They had dollar beer night. You're watching the soccer game.
Right, it's sponsored by Disney. It's true. Get Disney ears and fucking $9 beers. But it was good.
Well, that's cool. What did you just got this weekend?
Yeah, no, I didn't do much. I went to church.
I'm surprised you don't have more to say about football. Like you don't have a favorite team. Like you don't
Who?
like nothing.
Me.
Albert.
Hey,
Yeah,
Robert.
Albert. Yeah.
What?
Looking at me, I don't know, because I guess why?
Well, what happened to you?
I mean, you're originally from Mexico. You were born
Oh,
and
for
raised.
soccer.
Yeah, like I don't see why you like. I know it's your thing, especially when the World Cup was
When the
on.
World
You were
Cup
all
was
about
on,
it.
I think
That's
he was
fine.
wearing a jersey
So
too.
when I
soccer.
was there, I was hanging out with a guy that was born in Mexico. He grew up in Mexico, and he was talking a little. I was asking questions. I'm like, so
It's just I don't follow it.
you don't follow?
No,
Okay,
that's
all
it,
right.
yeah.
He's American, I guess. No.
Yeah, Americanized. No, I just don't follow it, dude.
Like Mexican
Yeah,
White
that's what
Mexican.
gringo.
Gringo.
No, but he was telling me that there's actually different teams in different big cities. Like
Yeah.
there's a
Mexico,
summer
there's a
league,
lot of
there's
them.
a winter
Yeah.
league, there's
It's all those
And
club
then
leagues.
all
Europe,
do different.
too. They're big in Europe. But yeah, like in
No,
Mexico,
yeah.
there's a lot of teams too, and smaller teams, and there's a lot of games, a lot of teams. A lot
So, are you familiar with how the World Cup works? Like,
Yeah.
Okay, so these big teams that are regional in their areas, right? Do they just select the best of the best?
yeah, well, yeah, it's just like basketball and all that stuff. They pay the money for it.
Because the World Cup essentially is like the Olympics of,
Yes.
of football.
Yeah,
Yeah.
football.
Soccer.
Soccer, football.
Yep.
Calm down, Whitey.
Yeah, no, this guy.
Yeah, it's the same thing, dude. That's why, like, the big teams always, it's just the same. They pay a million.
Oh yeah, I could see huge paydays
Oh,
in
my
that.
God.
Yeah, worse than the
The-
NFL, man.
The one diversity hire we have calls it football or soccer.
Yeah.
This guy.
Yeah, right.
He doesn't
I-
go
like
on
I said,
football.
Whitey.
This guy.
So
Yeah.
Scott, you didn't have too many big plans.
Yeah, no, I didn't have anything. Just I went
Did
to
you
church.
create like a barbecue sauce? Did you eat nothing?
No, nothing,
Alright.
nothing
Nothing.
Brady related. But yeah, no,
That'll be a local Phoenix
that
joke.
would be a local Phoenix joke. But no, yeah, went to church. Hung out with the family. That was it. Nothing really crazy like you guys. You guys had fun times. I did that. So yeah, there wasn't much going on there.
So we were kind of talking on our little group chat that we have. So Arizona is finally bringing in medieval times.
Oh,
here.
that's
Yes.
right.
So I think that for an episode, obviously they're not going to let us record there unless we can finagle something. But I think that we should go and then come back and report on it. I think it would be really good.
When are they coming in March?
I think March 2019. Yeah.
do you know where they're putting it? I know it's in Scottsdale, but where?
That's gonna be near like the aquarium and stuff,
Okay.
I
Cool.
see. Yeah.
like just surrounding that little area. I think it's gonna be the opposite side of the
You
world.
guys
So it's
been to
gonna
that
be
aquarium?
sad horses and sad dolphins, huh?
You guys been to that aquarium?
I have not,
No.
I haven't either.
Which who goes there then? None of us go. You know what I mean? Like who goes?
I mean, if we don't go,
We don't
nobody
go, who the
goes.
else goes?
Yeah, I don't even know
I
how
don't
it's
know.
operational.
But
That's crazy.
I mean, obviously they started doing everything right already. I'm assuming
No, they
No,
broke
yeah, they've been
ground.
open.
No, yeah, they're
Oh,
gonna be open.
They have to.
they did, right? And if you're saying it's by the aquarium,
Yeah, I'll have to look it up.
So there's the butterfly place,
yeah, that's right.
and then there's the
No,
aquarium.
it's on the other side where like
It's gotta be
pavilions
across
are,
the
where
street.
like the mall-ish area is.
Oh, the other side of the freeway.
I don't know. I could be completely fucking wrong.
Oh, great! This guy has no idea.
Yeah. I mean,
All right,
I'll
so
check
meet,
it out though.
meet us there. We'll be there in March.
I'll figure it out, and we'll talk about it later.
We'll
Once
be
we get
there
to
in
that.
March.
Once we get to that, we'll recap once we actually go to medieval times and.
Episode 69. We will be at the
medieval times here in Scottsdale.
69 will be in March. March at the
Medieval times
medieval times.
here in Scottsdale, Arizona.
Yes.
Meet us there.
Meet us there. Yep. Hashtag
Dude,
now.
if we have a fan following and we do that on invite, dude,
That would be funny.
I will buy everybody their first drink if that happens.
And who
I don't give a fuck.
and who knows? They might even let us record there if that happens. We have enough following.
What?
Who knows?
Dude,
Yeah,
that
it's
episode 69, right? We'll probably have like 30 fans.
Even
I
yeah.
will buy everyone their first round. 30 fans.
Even if it's episode 35 by the time we get there, it's still going to be called episode 69.
No, that episode's
it'll be
dedicated
60
already.
Yeah,
It's
69
irregardless.
when we're there.
Only for that day.
And
Only
if
for
they're,
that day.
if they're a true fan, they'll understand why we did that.
Yeah.
But it's either that or Cable Guy. I don't know.
That's true. That is true.
The whole reason to go to medieval times is so we can appease Albert and his Cable Guy references.
Yes, all his cable. That's the only movie he watches. He doesn't watch the homework.
Anything else but the cable guy.
He doesn't do the homework, but he just watches Cable Guy movies on a loop at home.
He's like, what? We have to watch Total Recall? No.
Yeah, no.
I'm going to watch
Cable
Cable
Guy's
Guy
on.
again.
Cable guy.
Cable Guy's on. He's got a
If I
DVR.
had cable.
It doesn't matter if you're cable or not. Cable,
Yeah.
you can find it somewhere, I'm sure.
You just need to call a Cable Guy
Yeah.
to hook you up. Apparently.
I don't know any cable guys.
Me neither. Me neither.
You guys know any cable guys?
Nope. All right. So what's next on our agenda?
Alright, let's talk about. Okay, have you guys seen anything recent in the theaters?
I have
Nice.
not. I've been
Yes.
really wanting to see Halloween and Bohemian Rhapsody.
Well,
Bohemian came out last night.
Did.
I was there. I was seeing it.
Well, 2 nights ago.
Yeah.
Oh, now I'm like narrowing when we record. Fuck.
I do want to see both, and I like the I mean, I'm not a big fan of the Halloween ones,
Oh, what? I can't be friends with you.
No. I like the originals, but my thing is they make so many of them it gets kind of annoying, and overdone. But I like the fact, like if you've seen the previews of the new one, I liked how they, the preview shows that someone breaks into the prison and basically like lets him out.
Spoiler.
So it's a preview on the commercial. So that right there.
I didn't see this preview.
That right there had me intrigued. Like, oh shit, what the fuck happens?
Yeah.
Is this supposed to be a continuation or the original one?
It's a continuation because Jamie Lee
They're
Curtis.
They're
like
always
60.
continuations.
Yeah,
I mean, some of them go and
you know
revise the backstory a little bit, but most of them are continuations.
Yeah. I was just saying, just like how we were talking about earlier, how they remake it. They were making the first.
Yeah.
They're trying.
But
Have you guys seen the Rob Zombie version of it?
I have.
It's
been a while.
I don't know if I've seen that one.
With Dwight from Dunder Mifflin from Office.
No,
That's who.
I don't know.
That's who
one
plays.
of the cops, right?
No, he plays Jason, or he plays Mike Myers. He's the one who actually plays him.
No, there's a taller dude.
That's him. Do you want me to look it up? I'll look it up.
Did they also do a remake of the Texas Chainsaw?
They did.
Rob
Zombie did,
Yeah,
and it was good.
He's really good at that stuff. He's really gory though.
Yes, he is. And he's got the crew that kind of uses all the time though.
What do you mean crew?
Like actors, like a tall one that looks creepy as hell.
That's who I think is the Michael Myers in his thing, but he's saying it's someone else. So we're looking.
Yep, I was wrong. It was 2007, right?
Yep.
Probably.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, Rob
His wife's
Zombie.
in it.
So it's Taylor Maine.
That dude looks creepy as fuck.
He looks like
mask, man.
He looks like he is Michael. He looks like he is Michael Myers.
Right? Just with a fucking goatee.
Yeah. Wow, that's weird. I thought what's his name was in that. Maybe he's not. I don't know.
Maybe he isn't.
Duffin. Who the fuck is that?
No, the dude from The Office.
The one with the penis hair, right? Is who you're talking about?
No.
Yeah. Where he's all like, he's the analytical guy where you're like, you're wrong. Or whatever.
Yeah. Yep, that's him.
No, he's not tall.
Yeah, he is tall.
Not that tall.
He is.
He's not even muscular either. Like you're gonna be Michael Myers. You gotta fucking buff
you don't
out,
have
dude.
to be.
You do.
No, you don't.
Michael Myers is like a buff, super tall, fucking scary looking guy. That no.
But
yes.
I don't know. I don't know about the guy you're talking either. So I don't know.
This guy. Right there.
Rainn Wilson.
Oh really?
Compared to the other guy's scarier. That's for sure.
Had I seen him in a convenience store robbing it, I would turn around and walk away.
Why the hell? Maybe he was in the Chainsaw Massacre. I don't know. Why he was in something. Shit,
so
he's not
the
even.
one that Rob Zombie did was Halloween 2, huh? Was it?
No, it was just Halloween. They just remade it. They just remade it. That was a remake.
I don't know if it would necessarily call it a remake.
To me, it was remake.
They just revised the storyline a little bit. I think they gave a little bit more in depth of like his childhood, his background, and then went into a new. I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm not gonna add that to our homework thing because that'd be too much.
What is that?
That's it right here.
That guy. Look at him,
it's
dude.
Creepy as fuck.
Yeah. Michael Myers.
Yeah, he didn't even need the mask.
Everybody, IMDb. What's his name?
Which one?
The fucking scary looking Michael Myers.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Tyler Maine.
Yeah. Everybody IMDb that guy. He could be fucking Michael Myers with a fucking goatee.
Wow, I guess I was wrong. Maybe they were gonna make him the dude and they didn't. I don't know. That's weird.
Very weird, Scott.
Awkward.
Very weird.
Yeah. Fact checks.
If you can't do your homework before the episode, you're
this was not a homework. This was off the fly. It did. I blame Albert for this because he brought this shit up, and I failed.
I think I was the one that brought it up.
Did you? I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we were talking about movies that were coming out that we wanted to see.
I want to go see it. This one came out in September, but we should go see it.
The Aristocrats?
The Clock in the Wall. The kid movie.
Oh yeah, that was the Jack Black movie.
Yeah.
How was it?
It was good.
Is that like Goosebumps too?
That's what it looked like to me. When I saw the preview, that's what it looked like.
I'll have to watch that with my kids.
Yeah. Oh, you watched it?
No, I have not.
Was it good?
It was good. I thought it was good. It wasn't bad.
Yeah, no. My son did go see the Goosebumps too, but I don't know. Obviously, I'm not gonna get his review on it. I don't really care to see it, so he saw that, and then my daughter today went and saw that Nutcracker movie. Again, I'm not gonna get the review.
So I went to go see
I went.
Venom.
Oh, I've seen that.
Like in the theaters?
Yeah, in the theaters, and
You know
they
said
played.
that you liked it, right?
Yeah, I liked it. It was good. I thought it was alright.
You see after the credits?
Yeah.
Don't ruin it. I haven't seen it.
Um,
Spoiler.
Yeah, it's too new to even to bring up as a topic, but
Which is good, bad, what?
so no, but they had the preview for that Nutcracker movie, but
That's
they
weird.
kind of did it as like a commercial. So I'm like, is this a real movie or what the hell is going on right now? Because it was like it wasn't a Kleenex commercial, but they were like, oh no, they were talking about silencing your phone in the movie theater.
And then this comes up.
No, during their like preview of this new Nutcracker movie, and I'm like, is this a movie or not? Because they're telling me to shut my phone. It's like, I don't
funny.
understand.
That's too funny.
I watched it in 3D.
Yeah.
and
Which one?
I think 3D
Venom?
in the
Venom?
theater is a complete waste of money.
It is.
It is.
Oh my
I even think 3D like on your TV is still a waste of money.
I agree. I have
But I
one.
mean, some TVs come with 3D thing.
Yeah,
but
It's true.
it's not good enough.
Yep.
Although there was that Christmas Carol movie that Jim Carrey played,
Mm-hmm.
the one guy, they had snowflakes that just like filtered in front of your eyes. And I thought that was cool, but I haven't seen a movie anywhere near remotely close to 3D with that.
It would have been the same without taking that the 3D.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
take it off
exactly,
and
yeah.
like, what the hell is
Nothing
this?
different, yeah.
I don't think it was made for 3D.
See, I think the thing is that
Like, nothing
I don't
ever
think
jumped out or anything.
I don't think 3D is ever gonna be to the points where people will catch on. Like they'll keep trying to do the 3D shit, but I don't think it's ever gonna be to the point where people are gonna be like they're gonna dive into it.
Have you guys seen it on the app? I'm sorry, have you seen it on the app?
3D?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, like you put on your face and shit and watch like the virtual
Oh,
reality.
virtual
right?
reality.
No, like on Facebook.
No.
That's
You
the
ever
thing.
seen that you can do pictures on there 3D?
Oh, I didn't see that.
Really? I'll show you one right now, but
I think he's making that up.
Yeah.
Fucking control.
No, I think the next big venture is gonna be hologram.
that I was thinking, or if everyone goes in there and they actually have VR shit where they put on, and they like go into the movie.
Why go to a movie theater then?
Exactly. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, why? I don't know. Everyone's together. Everyone could be in there. That's a fucking idea.
Six Flags now it's like trying to do like a VR thing where like you put a headset on and you go on a roller coaster.
You don't even fucking go anywhere.
No, you go, you do the whole ride.
That's all right.
Oh, I see.
You just move the background almost.
I don't know if I'd necessarily call that 3D.
Well, that's what it is.
Well,
that's what they're calling
what they
it.
call it.
that's what they're calling it. Yeah, no. You just move the background.
Yeah.
Is that
They stay-
that's
they
hopefully
stay-
that's hopefully like his daughter.
That's
right?
almost like a live.
The only
That's
thing
almost like a
that I've
live
noticed-
camera
It's
shot.
only like the
Though.
only thing that I've noticed on all of them is like when you move a certain way, like you get that.
That is his daughter, right?
Yeah.
Or
Let's
I
hope
mean,
so.
yeah, that's. I mean, now he's got tons of money. He showed us a picture. He showed us a picture of this old dude
Yeah.
and this younger chick, like taking a
I
nice
think
photo.
that's something we need to do better. Is like if we're like googling something, we need to like
We gotta explain what
give it a little
what we're
bit more
seeing.
detail. Yeah.
But yeah,
I
You
did
guys
say-
tell
I did
us.
say it was
You guys
made
tell
for
us.
3D.
If there's something that you guys think that we need to improve on, let us know. Either that, we'll take your advice, and or we'll hate on you. Either way, I mean.
Either way, yeah. Please tell us so we can comment
Or hate.
back to you, and read the comments back because we've had some feedback. Troy says that Albert needs to talk clearly in the mic.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. I think he's
Skulls,
done an efficient job of that.
Skull says we're doing an amazing job.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if he said that or not, but we'll just take
He
that
did
and run
now.
with it. He did now. Fake news. But yeah,
Wrong.
wrong fake news.
No, Trump.
Oh,
There's
is that
a
what he
gift of
says?
him. He's like wrong.
He just says wrong.
Wrong.
Nice. Any way to spin it. But let's see what else is there to talk about. What should we do to wrap it up?
If there's anything you guys want us to talk about, you know.
Yeah, no,
So
let
we
us
can
know.
make- we
Yeah,
can make
let's get that. But so we're trying to build an audience base, right? We want your feedback, whether it be negative or not, or positive. Either way, if you guys have questions, you want us to talk about something specific, we'll definitely mention you. Especially if you give us something, a topic and or a question, so you guys can get your acknowledgement or whatever you want to call it, and then
There might be some merch
yeah.
involved.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, especially right now. Like if we're trying to build our fan base, you guys give us something to go riff on. We're gonna call you out, give us some merch, and essentially just talk about whatever topic you bring up, or we're gonna hate on you dramatically. Yeah.
Exactly. But all right. What else? Anything
That was
else?
No.
No, I think we're good.
All right.
Thank you guys
Well,
for joining us.
thanks
Yeah.
for watching the Three Amigos podcast.
Listening,
Listening
whatever.
to the Three Amigos podcast. All right, we'll just edit that out.
I know that. I know this.
Thanks for listening to the Three Amigos podcast. Hit us up on Facebook. Hit us up on YouTube if you can find us.